Your Smoke Fan 101. Yeah, this aircraft released the day before yesterday. Or no, it released yesterday, didn't it? I got a pre-release copy of it a few days back, but yeah, this is a brand new one, and I just put in a new livery, so I'm super excited about that. And yesterday we took a lesson from a real world Q400 pilot, and that was really good. Hopefully, I remember some of the things that he taught me. So we will turn on the master battery, main battery. Probably turn up the sounds here. Really light. Turn slower. I turned down my master volume. Oh, okay, it's just my headphone volume that's low. Always tweaking, it seems like. All right. Ooh, that's really loud. Okay, external power is on. And the recirc on for now. Position light can come on. I won't start the APU quite yet. Turn off master caution. And again with the PFDs, power these on, and the MFDs on both sides. And the ED display. Boot up. My brew, I think, will be ready to put in the fermenter. I have a really nice jaded chiller, but I decided to go with the no chill just to kind of save some time last night. So it's been sitting in the anvil 10.5 overnight, and I think by this afternoon it'll probably be down to 78 degrees or so, so I can put it into the fermenter, bucket fermenter. All right. Display and split. My microphone's a little bit off on its There we go. Let's turn up the brightness. Looks a little bit better. Test. All right. We're also going to turn on the S. Those boot up. We're going to be doing a flight from Farmington, New Mexico to Grand Canyon. So we should see some good ortho of the Grand Canyon area. That'll be fun. And this is a Snack Air FS Economy plane. And I was going to take it up to Salt Lake City and then over to, maybe Boise or maybe Jackson Hole and then over to Eugene. But I decided, you know what? I'm going to go Grand Canyon and then I'm going to go SoCal. Just spend some time in SoCal for a little bit. Pick up some nice jobs in SoCal. Maybe go up to NorCal. Maybe Vegas. I don't know. We'll find out. But the first wave will be from Farmington, New Mexico to Grand Canyon. Tyrion Prime, hello. We're going to do Scotty P7409, good morning. Do flight plan, menu, departure, takeoff from. Got a couple of choices of runway. I click on Farmington. We got 2.5 or 2.3. So we'll go 2.5. And as far as Grand Canyon is concerned, we're doing the ILS runway 3. All right, so 2.5, you select number 4. We're not doing a departure procedure. We're just going direct to a waypoint called Foley. So it's a vectored departure from the tower. fully accept. And then after fully, we're going to test a slant alpha situamination and go to Tango, Bravo, Charlie. And that's Tuba City. And then after Tuba City, we'll go Grand Canyon. Actually, we don't need to put GCN in there because we're going to do GCN, which is the Grand Canyon VOR, on the arrival. It'll be our transition. Kilo, Golf, Charlie, November. Accept that. We're going to be doing runway 3, no star, and the approach will be ILS number 3 via GCN. All right, that all looks good. After TBC, actually, let's see. Okay, no discontinuities in there now. I think we are good. On perf page, over here to the payload page, select our load. 48 passengers is fine. All this looks good. Cargo, total fuel. Got 3,000 minus 80, so 2920. That's about right. Load summary. The total nautical miles for this is 195. And go ahead and do a fast load. Okay, in just a moment, we'll close the doors. I don't think we need to do a pushback. I think we just do a start in place here. So we will start the APU. Click the power button. Click start. You doing any verse today, Scotty P? Or are you doing Q400 ops? Or none of the above? All right, we've got a warning here because we're on external power. So we switch off the external power. Gen is on. Close the doors. Back door. Is it closing? XP still a mess. I could do SC. Yeah, I might do some verse today. I can't close the back door. I can open the cargo door, but I can't close the rear left door. That is interesting. It might automatically close. Your station needs more power. You need a kilowatt? Well, I can tell you right now, I think one of the best amplifiers out there, I think is from, well, I think the reseller is from Texas, but it's probably Asian manufacturer. Expert amp is the way to go. Tell you what, I just move in with you, and then you have double the ham radio budget. But I can't close this door. Well, we'll see what happens when we start the engines. Let's do a couple of checklists here. I disconnect the view. All right, so we got the recirc fan on, external check. Alt gear doors, landing inhibit switch closed, normal flight deck preparation completed. Before start, we got circuit breakers checked, passenger signs. Emergency exit lights armed, anti-skid on. Fuel transfer quantity check, emergency brake / pressure check, power levers disconnected, condition levers fuel off. Takeoff data reviewed. Takeoff data today will be right there. And main battery is on. Door fueling lights out. APU bleed is off. APU bleed is off. So we go APU bleed off. $4,000 to $7,000 amps. They're really good. And they're solid state. Any collision light on to red. And engines are cleared for start. We do have some chocks. Not quite sure how to remove chocks. All right, we're gonna start number 2. No. 1. Start. I guess the rule of thumb is as soon as you see NH movement, then you can go up to the start and feather position. Yeah, the cheaper, I think our door just closed in the back. The cheaper amplifiers are the Ameritrons, I think, but they're still 2, 3, 4 grand. Chocks still haven't moved. Yep, the door shut. Okay, cool. Okay, so the next one is we start 1, or sorry, we start 2. That's how he dents wallets. That's how we do. That's how we do. I wonder how many wallets I have dented over the last 6 years. Or not how many wallets, but how much money total. But how much enjoyment and sadness I've brought to. Okay, we've got good engine start over here. If we do cleared for start, after start checklist, we'll go APU gen and power off. Main bus tie off. And we'll do bleed air 1 and 2 as required. Battery temps check. Condition levers max. I think we'll go to 850 first. Hundreds of dollars per person or total? Okay, there's 900. There's max. Okay, standard hydraulic pressure, PTU control, and hydraulic pressure and quantity check. We'll probably do tanks, auto feather. We found out yesterday that you put on this hydraulic 3 isolation valve only for a control check. So you put that up. You got elevator check. And then this control lock. Okay, we got full range of motion. So that's full travel, and then isolation valve number 3 back to normal. Flaps, we're gonna go flaps 15, which is pretty standard. De-ice pressure check, rudder travel full, steering switch is toggled, windshield heat will come on after 10,000 feet if we so choose. Flight spoilers set to taxi. Radio comm, nav set, PFD, MFD, ED check, yaw damper on. Taxi checklist, taxi light on. Altimeter set to 3015 set. Flight instruments check, take auxiliary pumps 1 and 2 on, auto feather selected, flap set indicated. Trim is set. Takeoff warning test good, max condition levers. Pitot static heat on. And standby. Ice protection as required, not required at the moment. Caution warning lights checked. We got everything except for parking brake. Flight clearance reviewed, cabin secure. All right, let's ding the cabin. How come that didn't chime? Probably because we have to turn it on. Squawking 2305. Go on altitude and we'll hit chime. Doom doom. Total planes, games, hardware, maybe thousands still holding out on Citizen. UND monies are still holding out on Citizen. Although it's a free fly event coming up here in a few weeks, so you have no excuse not to try it. Okay, parking brake released. And there's a limo. It's weird how the props are disconnected. I gotta stop for a second. Okay, now we're in sync. Silent Hunter, how you doing? I get to play games once, maybe twice a week if I'm lucky, but our camping schedule for the next few months is going to limit that to about once a month or so. Well, I'm hoping that you do some I hope you do some POTA during your camping action.
FS Economy Auto Locker.
So much POTA. Love it. Just logging into FS Economy. It'll be just a second. You do realize, Cajun Cacti, that if you wanted Star Citizen, we could make it happen for free. You know, that's within our group power. Because you know several of us would, you know. I thought you already had it, though. But I did buy some tailor-made TP5X. I bought 4 dozen TP5X tailor-made balls. We got the ships. Exactly, Jeff. Good morning, Jeff. We got the ships. Jeff's got the ships. Yeah, I'm kind of in the mood for some mining, to be honest. I forgot how to mine, and I'm sure there's a bunch of tweaks. But I wonder if maybe we should plan like a... Whoa. Don't take out the taxi lights. I wonder if we should plan a group prospector / mole or mole run. Something be fun to do. Kidding aside, I have tried the Vice golf balls. Yeah, in fact, I have a Cajun Cacti. It's funny you should mention. So this is Vice Tour golf balls, correct? But not just any Vice Tour golf ball. John Fly. Yep, I will send you one of these if you want. I'm so vain. He's so vain. Not a John Fly ball. You might shank it right into the forest, or you might make a birdie. It's not related to the golfer. It's related to the ball, the technology. Don't ever blame the golfer. The Vice balls, I think, are as good as any ball up there. But I do want, in fact, but I'm not at the level to where it probably makes a difference. But I got the tailor-made TP5X balls because I was at a tournament where they were massively on sale. So I picked up 4 dozen. Okay, Tower says to line up and wait. All right, lining up. Cabin crew notified. Blee Air 12 min off. We don't have to go off, but will. I guess it depends on the runway length. Anti-collision to white. So 1, 2. Landing lights on. Transponder is on. Flight controls checked. Free. Spoilers to flight. And landing lights on. And we go to our after takeoff checklist. Ball probably lands hard and bounces a lot. Which you could plan for, right? Yeah. Which bouncing is good, right? Just to kind of get over terrain. And And yet here we are in our mom's basement flying instead of out playing on a nice day. I know. Hey, Mom, you bring me some lasagna? All right, I'm going to start FS Economy. We got 1326 gallons of fuel on board. And again, this is just a ferry flight. Here we go. I'm going to turn up the sounds just a little bit for takeoff. Sorry, could not pass that. I am at least a dozen. I am on the last dozen Pro V1s. My order Vice, just half the price. Yeah, go for the Vice. XC5 crew chief plays Vice. V1 is 120 knots. Pitch for 10 degrees. Gear
Enjoy
up.
your flight.
Okay, at 1,000 feet above the fill, we'll go flaps up.
Terrain.
Okay, flaps up.
Terrain.
Trim. Sync the heading bug. Go.
Terrain.
Autopilot. Heading mode. And we'll also do... yeah, we can do pitch hold. Speed up a little bit there. Alright, noise canceling headphones coming on. You have the Vice Pro Soft. There you go. It's yeah, yellow. He likes the yellow. All right, after takeoff checklist, we'll do landing gear up, flaps up, climb power set. Let's get on course though. Let's go direct to fully. Hit enter. And then we'll come up here and we'll hit nav. We gotta change the nav source to FMS. Go nav. There we go. We're going direct to the fully waypoint. Perfect. All right, bleed air is on. Standby hydraulic pressure, PTU control, tank, aux pumps, and auto feather are off or norm. Seems like those tank pumps came off on their own. Engine temps, pressures. Oil pressure looks good. Temps look good. Check. Ice protection as required, not required. Check. Passenger signs. Leave them on for the climb. And yeah. I guess we need to set our altitude. We're going 195 miles, so I think we'll go up to let's go up to the flight levels. Go up to 18. And we'll also do altitude select, so it stops at 18 or 180. Killing me, I have a membership. Range, I have a membership, has been closed for overseas and repair, and they just extended it another week. closest lighted range to me. Daughter here with me, so can't go hit the course today. Oh yeah, RPM 900. Thank you. Oops, wrong lever. Yeah, I would think that would be on the. Well, yeah. I just forget that little prop 900. Thank you, Slick One. I'm kind of in the mood. What's the temperature going to be today? Maybe I will go try to be a single to sneak on someone. I don't know. I kind of want. I got to tune into some of the NFL games too, but it looks like the high today will be only 63. Could be worse. It's a memory item, yeah, not on the list. Yep. Yep. Kind of like those words that we're teaching my 5-year-old that he can't sound them out. We have to say, just have to memorize these. Can't sound these ones out. It's like, what? All right, they're coming up to flight level 180. Pretty good climbing. I really need that soft detent for rated power. What do you mean? There's a detent that's called soft on the throttle quadrant. I'm going to go ahead and say it that this is probably my second favorite prop plane in X-Plane. Oh, the flight rating is the, okay. I do have two different United liveries. One has the blue tanks, and then I have one United livery that has the white tanks. I don't like the blue. Which is the other favorite prop? There is an emote for that. Can any one of my subscribers put the emote for my favorite prop plane? See if someone's listening. No, not TorqueSim. TorqueSim does good stuff, but there we go. There we go. Yeah, by Toto. But that it's in a different class than this. But, you know, they're both props, but both turbo props for that matter. All right, let's do the cruise checklist. I also need to maybe bring back the power ever so slightly. Okay, after, let's see. Okay, altimeters need to go to standard. Power set, cabin pressure. Let's check the cabin pressure. Differential. Looks good. Lights as required. Oops, taxi light was left on. My bad. We'll leave the rest of the stuff on. Alright, so here it says, when required, set current altimeter, blah, 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 blah. Normal cruise with 850 RPM. Ah, so 850. Oops. Okay, so we're going to set 850 for cruise. And use the cruise power chart to confirm the torque value is correct. You can do maximum cruise, I guess, with 900 RPM, it says here. Set the condition levers to 900 RPM and then push the MCR push button on the engine control panel. Use the cruise. Okay. Cabin differential pressure indicates a max of 5.46 plus 0.1 psi. Okay. Good info. What are the little ones dressing for? Well, in Utah, oh no, I lost ortho. Oh, snack. That sucks. I gotta figure out what tile that is. Did I lose it for... I mean, we're still in Arizona. Cajun Cacti, last night was our Halloween. A lot of the Salt Lake area does Halloween on Saturday night. If Sunday happens to fall on, if Halloween happens to fall on a Sunday, they trick or treat on Saturday night. So I would say 90% of the people did it last night, and Flyboy was an anatomy man, so he was dressed up as, you could see all the anatomy, the blood vessels and organs and everything like that. And then he had a skeleton mask on, or an anatomy man mask on that showed all of the, like you look at it like a doctor chart or whatever. And then Fly Girl was the Jane from Toy Story. But a few nights ago, she was Coco. Or the little girl. Yeah, the little girl Coco. On the Disney animated show. But it'll be interesting to see tonight if we get any trick-or-treaters, because there is a little bit of controversy. I guess a few people in the area put out signs saying, Halloween is tomorrow, folks. Come back tomorrow. And so it's a little bit of a... There's a few people that are like, what? But I guess the rest of the world is tonight. Unless you've got some other /quote conservative states that or cities or towns or areas that do the same thing. I don't know. I gotta investigate why why we have no ortho photo in actually this is New Mexico still, so it's close to Arizona though. I'll show you here on, you can switch the Navigraph charts to the world map. You can see there's Farmington. I think the border might be right in here, so that's Grand Canyon right there. Flagstaff right there. Yeah, we're still in New Mexico. Ooh, just barely though. I wish it would show the state border. There's Gallup. So somewhere in there I'm missing ortho photo. We got a subscribe. We got a subscribe.
This is a momentous occasion. Pretty cool to see this product finally out. First time actually seeing it.
Yes, N87UP Nathan, I agree with you. It is a momentous occasion. I mean, when did we first hear about it? It's a very very solid aircraft, and yeah, it's getting better every day. I looked today. I thought I wonder if they made some updates, and sure enough, they did. They pushed an update, and it fixes the situation where you're on an ILS approach, and it's actually switching to the nav, to the VOR approach instead. So There's a few other tweaks that are happening. That's how responsive FlyJSim is. FPS is pretty good. I don't recall exactly how far up the scale on the settings what I am using currently, but right now I'm getting 40 frames, and I'm streaming on the same PC, Lobo Snarrow. So state doesn't matter; it's longitude and latitude. Yeah, that's true. But when I'm looking at the map, it kind of helps me figure out, which one. I wish I could open up X Organizer right now, but it doesn't allow you to do that when X-Plane's running. And also, I used to categorize my ortho by state, so each state had its own ortho. But then I put it all into the same directory yesterday, so there's that. So B2, is there any chance that the S&P is going to have a little correction in the morning? When do futures open up? Is that like 4:30 or something? Mountain? I don't know. I've got some puts that are expiring on Wednesday, and then I've got some that are a week later, and then some that are a week after that. So we'll see. I mean, no one knows, right? No one knows. Four Mountain. Okay, with New Zealand. Okay. All right, so let's take a look at our situation here on the flight plan. I can't recall exactly how we did this yesterday. Expect nothing less from FlyJSim, but with the current state of affairs with MFS add-ons, I certainly don't take for granted that they took the time to make this good. Yeah. This has kind of reinvigorated my X-Plane usage for sure. And there's a few other planes coming along the line. Usually nothing into Australia, but even then, really, when Asia China wakes up a couple hours later, yeah. I'm on text to peach, so words might not be very accurate. Okay, no, I get what you're saying. Yeah, we'll see. So have you purchased this one yet, Nathan? I'm going to bring up the ILS 3 chart here. And we need to be... We're going to go over the airport and then go outbound, because we're going via the Grand Canyon VOR. And we need to be at Carms at 9,000 feet. So... we have Carms at 9. It says Carms. Why does it say Carms at 15,113? Oh, there we go. We got several Carms. It's weird. We've got two Carms. One at 15 and one at 10. Something not right. Let's go previous. I'm going to delete this one, see what happens. Then I'm going to delete this one as well. And then there's another Carms there. What? Is it not deleting it? Carm, delete, enter. ETO. We want to go to the D. Okay, so got an extra one in there, but for whatever reason, I can't delete it. Am I doing something wrong? If I click on Carms I click on delete. Don't I just hit enter and it should delete? Oh, is that the hold? Really? Okay. Oh, you're right. Good call. Thank you. So next. It doesn't say hold though. It just goes CARMS to CARMS. And yesterday it actually said HLD in there. So I'm not so sure. Well, after Grand Canyon, let's plan on what altitude we need to be at the Grand Canyon. So Grand Canyon, if we need to get down to 9,000, the MVA is 9,000 here. So I could get, let's go down to, yeah, I'll go down to 10,000 at Grand Canyon. So here, I wonder what the X is. And do I have to put that in there? At 10,000. All right, so now we're gonna come up here, the altitude constraint, take that down to 10,000. And then we'll do, sorry, oh, interesting. Why is the ice detection failing? And the gens are also, what happened? I've got an AC generator problem and an ice detection fail. That's odd. Okay, we're 91 miles to Grand Canyon, so we can't quite put in the VNAV mode. As far as the range is concerned, we're gonna rotate that or out. Huh. Interesting. You're on a break from FlightSim until you get your PPL. There you go. It is the hold. It did say how old, but I think that was the one you deleted. Oh, okay. So I deleted the hold one. All right, that's no problem. So in theory, I could go back to flight plan. I could go to menu, the arrival, click on the approach, and do number 1. Enter via Grand Canyon. Enter flight plan. And now there's the hold right there at CARMS. So that's even better, isn't it? So we'll cross Grand Canyon at, yeah, that'll work. And then we'll go down to yeah, that'll work. And here's the maneuver if I want to change the hold. We got no link after that, so I'll click on there, go delete. How come I can't delete that? Oh, you have to hit it twice. That's what it is. Okay. Alrighty then. We're learning still. Oh. Quick phone call. Be right back. Okay. Yep, ortho's back. Yeah, ortho's back. So it looks like it might be just one tile. And there, my friends, is the difference between default X-plane and ortho imagery. And from this altitude, I would venture to guess that this looks... Would you say in this frame right here that that down there, it rivals Microsoft Flight Simulator from 18,000 feet? I would say it does. I mean, there is a line up there, but you know what I'm saying? You feel me? All right. I don't know why I'm getting ice detection like Pedo 1 and 2. Yeah, I
Check
don't
out
get
the
it.
new prop liner.
Yeah, hey, 757 Spy. Yep, the new prop liner. Have you picked this one up yet, Dave? Could be the same image as Microsoft. That's possible too. There are snacks on this flight. Yes, we've even brought back peanuts. We're so controversial. Just downloaded it. Oh, okay. I look forward to seeing your streams with this bad boy. I have no idea why I'm having some ice detection failures. That's new to me. And also why I'm having generator failures. I guess I probably should turn on the APU in this situation, is my guess. But the plane seems to be fine. Even electrical seems to be fine, as far as I can tell. Actually, there's no load on the AC gen, though. Uh-oh. There's DC gen load. Something's up. Something. And I'm also trying to get it to engage into VNAV mode, but I think that the FMS will come up and tell me that it wants to do top of descent, possibly. Actually, our top of descent might be on... No, that's at the airport. Do we have a top of descent right there? Hi. I can't tell. Oh. Oh, okay. You went to the playground? Fun. Is the gen switch in the off position? Hard to tell. I just cycled it. AP disengaged. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, it's on. The AC gens are on. Main bus tie's off. I guess I'll start the APU. Hi. Oh, hi. Power fail. APU failure. Grand Canyon's looking pretty good. I'm glad that we got ortho back. Look at that view right over there. Hello, Tyrion Prime. That view looks fantastic. And it's going to get better. Flyboy Cajun Cacti says, howdy. What's up? All right, so if you have to go from, according to this, it's going to go to CARMS at, it wants CARMS at 15,000. So, see. Nice to have a flight sim camera that works. Absolutely. 100% agree. They are growing up fast, I know. It's crazy. Time flies. Anyway, 757 Spy, where are you thinking you're going to do your first flight with this beautiful, as you said, new prop liner? Thank you for the 38-month subscribe. change the range here. There's probably a way to declutter this so I can see whether or not the top of descent is modeled. The nice thing about the hold that we're about to do is if we are high, we can just do a couple laps. I'm thinking the top of descent might be after Grand Canyon. I'm gonna have to review. There's a vertical or something VTO. Vertical 2 point maybe. And right there, that's a definite issue with the ortho right there. You see that light and then the dark. That's where an Orbex True Earth would come in and fine tune it. In fact, is that might be default. In fact, that might be default. Dang Driver with the subscribe.
You're going to make me spend money, aren't you?
You're gonna make me spend 50 months from Dang Driver. I would say that it's worth it. It is worth it because I just earlier today I classified this plane as my second favorite prop plane in X-Plane. So yeah, so there's that. I'm getting more and more familiar with it. The problem is that I'm gonna really enjoy flying it quite a bit, but as far as stream content is concerned, if I keep flying the same thing over and over and over, it gets a little repetitive and not as interesting. So I've got to try to vary things up a little bit. Maybe it's time to take this onto an online network and add to the spice level, right? And then alternate a little MFS. Maybe go do the working title again. Although I've been rotating between just like 3 or 4 planes, I don't know. Should branch out a little bit. Yeah, I'm almost thinking that is... Oh, there's some ortho down there. I think. Looks a little bit meh. Oh, there's a little bit of... Yeah, there's a little bit of ortho imagery in there. Yeah, love FlyJSim aircraft. Yep. I remember when the original Q400 stopped working, for me anyway, in X-Plane 12, or 11, I should say. And I was kind of bummed. I don't know what, there was a few things that just happened, and it just wouldn't cooperate correctly. But this thing is solid. Which plugin you using on the right of the screen? Which plugin you use on the right of the screen? What do you mean? Oh, this thing here, that's volume control. So I can control the volume. I can also control the haze. So here I can rotate the haze level in the sim. And then I can control volumes. Internal, external. And I can control that all from sliders. That's the B2 volume control. Yep. B2 volume control from B2. Yeah, it's on the org forums. Yep. Although the one with the haze control is not on the org forums yet. So, but it is on the Discord, the John Fly Discord, or at least it was the other day. Okay, we're at the Grand Canyon. So our airport is directly below us. There, sure enough, there it is. There's the VOR. Out there to the side. Can't do VNAV yet. Not trusting my setup of this flight. 9,000 at Carms. 10,000 there. I think it's time for me to do a controlled descent. Yeah. Do you think it'll do the hold? Looks like it might. Oops. I'm really messing things up. Yeah, it needs VS of 3,200. It's a good thing we're doing a hold. All right, so VS. Yesterday I learned that we can go down at 2,000. It's not a big deal. We do need to bring back the throttles. Flight idle. And then we need to prepare for a few things. Altimeter 3018. Okay, altimeter is set. Approach briefing, blah, 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 blah. Cabin altitude controls. Ice protection is jacked up and we don't know why. Approach, altimeter set. Let's turn on our landing lights. We got lots of warnings. GPWS will be doing flaps 35. And the fuel transfer off. Tank, auxiliary, and PTU standby. For some reason I can't do standby. That's a bad sign. And I can't put on my auxiliary pumps on the fuel control. So we got to take this bad boy into maintenance. Passenger signs on. Caution warning. Let's check. Cabin secure. Landing. So we're going to do gear at 7 miles out, 7 to 10 miles out. Flaps 35 on. We'll do flaps on schedule. Condition levers to max. And then bleed air 1 and 2 min or as required. Oh, thank you. Right there's fine. Yep, thank you. Let's see if it does. Hey, those are mine. Okay, go ahead. There's a good Mexican restaurant down there. Sounds good. I don't know if it's doing the hold or not. I don't think it is. Not right now. Not during landing. DTO, CARMs, and hold. We'll see what happens. I'm in the middle of landing right now, so no. I'm going to land a plane. Hopefully, I'm going to land the plane. Uh-oh. We can probably bring up our VS here a little bit. We do want to do, well, we want to go to 9,000 here, so. You just took another chip without asking there, friend. Now I don't have any chips. Took them all. Hey. Okay. Leave had so much junk food, Mr. Halloween Man? That one's the Carm's Hold. We're going to be at a fine altitude, so I think I'm going to go to the 7th. Yeah, 7th. Work. And then we're going to do altitude select. Hold at 10,000. $192 knots. You'd probably be at about 210 right now, but maybe 190 is just fine. Oh. I have more problems. I have stall system fell. I wonder if I've been running on batteries this whole time. This plane seems to be cooperating, but I could be losing systems here for real. Oh, I need to put in 108.9. So and then I'm going to go ahead and do a heading bug. And then I need to put in an approach course. We'll just go into heading mode. And then I'm going to put in, bump up the power just a little bit here. Nav source is going to ILS. And the course is 030. I can understand why it's really handy to have two pilots. Zero 30. I'm going to go ahead and manually, well, we're going to select 8200 BS. Then we're going to do a heading change here. I won't do the localizer lock yet. And now we'll do nav. We got the loc. Bringing it in, and we're going to hit the approach mode. We're at 190, so I'm going to bring back 2500 on the GPWS. A little bit of sound here. And we can go gear down. We can go out of VS mode. Go to approach mode. Flaps. There's 170. Okay, landing all that good. We'll go max on the condition lever. Okay, I think we're good. Looks like we're a little bit off on the terrain.
Terrain. terrain, terrain. Terrain, 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 terrain. Terrain, terrain.
Okay.
Terrain, terrain.
All right, we're gonna be landing at about
Terrain.
133.
Terrain, terrain.
Another notch of flaps.
Terrain, terrain.
Hello,
Terrain,
or
terrain.
roll ball.
Terrain, terrain. Terrain, terrain. Terrain, terrain. Terrain, terrain.
Okay, flaps are full.
Terrain, terrain. Terrain, terrain. Terrain, terrain.
500.
Terrain, terrain. Terrain, terrain.
$100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Keeps talking about a train, but I don't see it. Yeah. Well, with all those errors on the display, we still managed to not die. Spoilers to taxi. Flaps cleaning up here. Can't recall if this is... Trying to remember, does GPB do a Grand Canyon, or is there any good Grand Canyon? There's got to be some good Grand Canyon scenery that has a... I guess that has a little bit of a terminal up there. And we're just taking out a few GA, scaring a few GA folk. Whoa, whoa. Normally you'd start the APU here probably, but should probably do an after landing checklist. I guess our control lock is supposed to be on. Welcome to the Grand Canyon.
Thank you for flying. Bye bye.
Well, Snack Air's Q400 is relocated to Grand Canyon. See if we bounced. Like that John Fly golf ball. One of my rare times when I went right of center. But that's because I heard rumors of there being a little bit of wear and tear on the middle line. Yeah, that was pretty hard.